Hey guys, welcome to Project Fev, Tarot and More. My name is Sharon and we are going to chase down that Cappy energy for you guys. Cappy reading today. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This may or may not resonate with you. If it resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't, as a general read, it might not. So it's important to understand that you can take from the reading what you will, what resonates with you, with what helps, what energies tend to mingle with you. Cross watchers, welcome. I believe that Cappy is, there's something going on with the Cappy Taurus type of energy thing going on in relationships. And I think Cappy's job, career, as far as the zodiac is concerned right now, what I'm picking up on is that there's an Aries with the Cappies. That Aries is just rubbing you the wrong way at work. Okay, so let's see if this is going to end up being that love reading or if it's going to end up being the work-related type of thing. I do traditional Celtic cross spread for these extensive readings, which are a minimum of usually 30 minutes, sometimes more. I channel the energy, particularly starting with the sign, astrologically. Not always. Sometimes it's a collective energy. Sometimes it's a twin flame specific energy that comes through. In this particular instance, it's going to be Cappy. Cappy's energy was coming through next. And I feel like there's a lot of Cappies out there right now that are particularly struggling with getting off the fence and initiating something here. Okay, believing that you are you're already enough. You don't have to achieve more in order to be ready for what this is. I'll see here, you already got the 8 of Pentacles coming up, and you've got the 7 of Wands as far as the energy is concerned. So you want triumph. You want, not recognition. Although Cappy isn't necessarily going to go, about not having recognition. But, is going to shy away from recognition, particularly in a work setting. But I think we have coming through for Cappies that energy in general, that you guys feel like there's more work to be done. And of course, that's such a Cappy way to think or feel. There's more to be done. Looks like you were considering multiple options. There's 2 cards for this. There's another card coming out just for this past placement, okay, with the Celtic cross. So let's continue to toss these cards around and see what pops out as far as that's concerned. Very mixed energy right now. You guys are very, very mixed. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And it looks like you're all up, or we're all up in your feels. All up in your feels. Oh, no wonder you were pulling away. You guys were so in your feels that it was starting to emote and you were losing control of it. So you had to distance yourself. You had to put some space there and get back in control. Yeah, there you go. You had to take a respite. This is in the your thoughts on the matter position at the top of the Celtic cross spread is the 4 of Swords. So now we're going to do, some additional energies over here. Let's see what comes through for Cappies. Oh, you guys are anxiously waiting to see this interpretation. I can feel it. There's definitely some, let's get down to business and figure this out. All right, future, action. Action card is in the future position. You guys are ready. Or no, you know what? You're not quite ready for action, or you don't think you are. You think that there's still more that you need to learn. You need to spend more time learning about this person is what I think. You're concerned that you don't know enough about them yet to make a decision. Okay. Oh, what is this? Where does the 9 of Wands go? It was flipped up. 9 of Wands energy. Who's in reverse? What are you guys even talking about? You really, oh, I see what's happening here. You're making moves, but they're covert. You don't want the person of your interest to know that you're interested, so you're being covert. That's what you're doing. Yes. Yes. This is a very open individual that you're dealing with. Four of Pentacles in reverse in the position of how you view them. So this is a person who doesn't hold true to your nature, which is to keep it close to the cuff. They're very open and they're sharing. Oh, I think you're hoping for a good partnership here. The Knight of Pentacles has come through. Knight of Swords, where does this go? It is the answer. Okay, Knight of Swords is the answer. Okay, so now we have our Celtic cross spread set up. Three of Cups is our initial card, the basis of the situation. It's in reverse, okay? So the Three of Cups, basically in this position, what I'm picking up on is you feel like you're still in work mode. You're still in, it's time to collect energy, or collect information rather, collect data collection mode. That's what I would call it. You're still collecting data. You're still doing the infrastructure work. You're still laying the infrastructure, you know, all of the kind of work that nobody sees. That's why it's covert. It's the foundational work for the relationship. So with the Three of Cups in reverse, it means that you're not, you know, it's not time to celebrate yet. It's not, you're not there yet. It's not time to party. There's, your energy is at the 7. So you have put in a significant amount of investment, and this other person doesn't even really know that you've done all this just for them. Cappies, I have to wonder what it is about that, because you seem to do that a lot. Put in a lot of effort and energy into the, you know, the covert undergirthings of things. But I think that you move forward on something that you believe is a sure bet, though. But you put in a lot of work. Like the more work it is, seems like the more it makes sense to you. Past position, what you were experiencing with this person. And it you know what's funny? I think that this person is more emotional than you are, or more emotive of their emotions than you are, because they're coming through as the 10 of Cups and you're coming through as the 7 of Cups. So they're already bringing happiness to the situation. And I think that's part of the attraction. That's why you're so attracted to them. They really represent that, you know, 10 of Cups energy for you. Whereas you're the 7 of Cups, which is, you know, this is an option, this is an option, this is an option, that's an option, this is an option, which is the best option. I'm going to do all my homework. I'm going to do all the investigation. I'm going to put all the data together, and then we're going to make a decision, which is why in the thoughts position, the thoughts on the matter is the 4 of Swords. Just a dude hanging out, complacency. He's not disheartened. You can see that he's got like a little smirk on his face. So he's not anxiety ridden. This is a position of choice. You're hanging back on purpose. Okay. You're doing it deliberately, rather. You're deliberately hanging back, and you're waiting until you feel sure about this situation before you move forward. Okay. So your emotional concerns or concerns about the matter is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is a typical Cappy reading. I feel like this is so straightforward. It's going to be an 11-minute reading and we're going to be done, because I'm whipping through the cards where it's like, just get to the bottom of the nature of this card. Just get to the bottom of the nature of this card. Very streamlined, Cappies. Well done. Strong work. Just get to the good stuff, please. What's the answer? I get it. I get it. But here's the thing. This is all you coming through in this reading, and as it should be. But just remember that when it's all you and it's not the other person, it's not as much a partnership. And I feel that coming through in the cards, that that's really the message here, is you're making all of the decisions and you're not including this other person in them at all. And I think what ends up happening to some Cappies later on is there's no recognition for any of that. And that can be disappointing. That can be disappointing. Because there's literally, I mean, the emotional cards that I see, or the emotional investment in this that I see, is really coming from this other person. It's coming from the person who's sharing and open and warm and just receptive and inviting. And I mean, this, as far as these cards are concerned, like, they're in a position where they have, you know, a lot to hold on to. There's things of value in their life, and they're just openly sharing of those things. And it's, I mean, it's bringing an amazing amount of happiness and fulfillment for this person. And I think you want in on that. You want to be part of that. But what makes it so special is that that's who they are, you know, and you are being more strategic and deliberate about the way that you're going about this. And there's no emotion on the table from you, like none. You've got swords and pentacles. And then the 7 of Wands, which is you're going to beat out all the other suitors, all the other options that this person may have. You're going to try to beat them all out and be better than they are, or demonstrate some way that you're better than they are. So I don't think that you're emotionally invested yet. You just like the idea of it. There's danger here. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Danger. Because you're putting your action, okay, and energy and movement, okay. Chariot card here. Now, sometimes that represents travels. Cancer card. Don't think that you're dealing with a Cancer. I don't see, no, I don't think that this is the Cancer card. I think that you're dealing with a Scorpio. That's what I think. I think you're dealing with a Scorpio. Very intense. The energy of the 10 would be very intense, whereas the entire reading is only at the energy of the 3 of Cups. So yeah, so you have a person who's more intense than what the energy is represented around them. So they stand out. This person stands out. And you're attracted to the fact that they stand out. So they have in your small circle, or in the circle of wherever you're at, they're kind of like the celebrity. They're the one that's well known and well liked, or even loved by many people. Okay, that's what the 7 of Cups here means. Not that they just have options, but they have solid options, right? They have many people that love them, that are willing to come forward and give it a shot with them. And you can sense that, which is why you're laying the foundation strong. Because when you do take action and this moves forward, when you finally decide to invest and really move forward, you've got the Chariot card. And for me, when I do readings, the major arcana represents external forces that are bigger than you, planetary alignments, placements, things like Mercury retrograde, okay? That would be a major arcana representation in the readings that I do, because there's a bigger influence. It's not outside of your control, because you do have some decision that you need to make in order to activate the power of these cards in the major arcana, or in order to reap the benefit of whatever these cards are. But these are the general energies that are coming from external sources that are supportive, or denying your ability to move forward when you are making a decision. In this particular instance, in the future position, the Chariot is a good card to have there. It's a major arcana, which means that when you decide, Cappy, that you're ready, when you feel that enough work has been completed, when you've learned enough about this person, okay, you do actually start, you've already decided, but when you actually initiate and you let them know where you're at, I think that this is going to be a beeline. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a beeline for the altar. Okay, well, isn't that funny? Because this is the card of wish fulfillment and happiness. Well, happiness. The energy of the 10, and there's bees on here. Beeline. So you're making a beeline for the altar on this one. That's what I see. So you're in preparatory mode is what I see. But this other person doesn't know it yet. They don't know how you feel. How do you feel? Cappies, how do you feel about this person? I know what you think about this person. You think that this is a good investment of your time. You think that this could be a smart match. You think that, you know, this is a great person that can bring you fulfillment and happiness. And while that might be true, where's your emotional side of this? Where are you at emotionally? Because I have a feeling that this person that represents these emotions feels them very deeply and fully. And they're probably looking for that type of connection in a relationship. So if you come to them with a great offer and it's all set up in the 3D world, but there's nothing connecting or tethering them to you emotionally, I don't think that this is going to be the kind of preparedness that this person is looking for. Especially when they have all of these other options on the table that might be making better connection with them. Okay, so the advice coming through from the tarot is, if you want to make this relationship a go, and this is the person that you want to make a relationship with, Cappy, you're going to have to get in touch with your emotional side. And you're going to have to express some of that. Ooh, we may be in trouble here. Okay, so normally I go to the Moonology Oracle cards first. I don't feel like Mercury retrograde or any of the planetary placements right now are going to be an issue in this, because everything that I see here is all your own doing. You are totally doing this all by yourself. But the Major Arcana card is in the future position, and this is about the energy moving forward, okay? And I do believe that a message wants to come through to elaborate the lesson here, or the application of your skills in the form of the soul's journey. Because you're not connecting emotionally here. You're not there. And you need to be with, yeah, you need to be. Okay, so they're popping already. So we're gonna get some good cards out of here. Let's see what this has got to say. And let's slow the reading down a little bit, because you guys really need to pay attention to a little more information here. Not just the tell me what I want to hear, tell me what I need to know, get down to the bottom of things. Let's just get down to business, please. This isn't a contract. Okay, the marriage part of it might be, but the falling in love part is not a contract. Okay, and you don't need to necessarily romanticize things, but this person doesn't operate the way that you do. Okay, this person operates in the realm of emotion. Okay, this is a very feminine energy. Ooh, probably another reason why masculine Cappies are really attracted to this person. Very feminine energy. Very feminine energy that I'm picking up from this. Okay, let's see. Any more? Yes, there's some more. Okay, some more coming out for the Chariot. All right, so we're going to get... fear for the Chariot. All right, so this person needs to feel like you are the type of person that they can trust to such a depth and level that they can surrender. Okay, so this is a feminine energy that's naturally submissive, but that doesn't mean they're going to naturally submit to you because you've created the right circumstances. Okay, trust isn't about circumstance, is it? Trust is about connection and relation. Trust is about a demonstration over time. Okay, now that you have working in your favor, because Cappies, if there's anybody that's a master of time and utilizing time to the benefit, it's a Capricorn. If you can get over your fear. See, because the fear card popped up for the Chariot card. Okay. And I've definitely seen and heard Cappies talk themselves right out of really great relationships because your fear sounds like logic. That's what your fear sounds like. Well, I'd love to get into a relationship. This is a really great person, but I'm only 23 and I still have 3 more years of college and it just doesn't make sense to start a relationship right now. That's Capricorn fear. Okay? Seems like it makes sense, and it probably would, but the risk of where you're going to get a job and where you might need to move and how you're going to make 2 lives that are graduating from college together work in 3 years just seems like too much work to keep on the same page and might be too much sacrifice, right? That's all fear. As subtle as it may sound, it really is. It's fear, and it's holding you back, and it's keeping you from connecting with this person. Okay, so the lesson on the card here is, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Oh, see? And fear is the opposite of love. Okay, have you heard that before? Fear is the opposite of love. If you want to experience love, you have to go through the fear. You have to work through the fear. Okay, and the growth card came up with the 7 of Wands. So I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Oh, okay. Here we go. Real easy. This is exactly what I was talking about before. You literally haven't even made this other person aware that you're putting in any of this time, effort, or energy. You're literally plotting all of this by yourself because you think you have some master plan that if you set all of this in motion, this person's going to be really impressed by that. No. This person is not that kind of... This feminine energy is not impressed with materialism. Okay? So, nuts to that plan. What else you got? You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to come out of yourself and be aware that other people value different things. And if this is the person that you want, then there's a different methodology that you're going to have to utilize to go about achieving your goals in this relationship. Okay, so so now I'm being led to the Moonology Oracle deck, which we said is about planetary placements. So I feel like part of this has to do with the 2 very different natures. I don't think your opposites attract, though. Cappies and Scorps are not opposite, but Scorps, here's the thing about a Cap-Scorp relationship is you both are super intense. Super intense. And, you know, Cappies, if you emoted yourself, I think you would actually sound more like a Scorpion than a Scorpion. Super intense. But Scorpions express it. Cappies, you usually wait until it's so intense that you can't take it anymore, and then it just kind of ebbs on up and out. All right, where's the card? What's going on here? Is it coming? Okay. It's coming. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue that I don't necessarily have tons of. There it is. Ooh, communication is key. Communication is key. Yeah. What's coming through on that? I think it's pretty straightforward, Cappies. If you wanted a straightforward word of advice, there it is. Communication is key. Well, communication isn't done by yourself, right? Let's start there. So if you want this to work out with this person and you want something to develop as a result of your connection or what you feel or experience as your desire to connect with this person, I think that a little conversation is going to go a long way. Okay. What's hindering Cappy at this point? I feel like you guys are There's some type of blockage. Okay. Cappies, there's some, yeah, there's a lesson coming forward for you. You need to learn something here. This is a person that's well worth going after. Well worth the change. Well worth, okay, hardship. Okay, okay. I think that this is a perceived hardship. Okay, I don't think that this is something that, oh, all three of these are for you. Okay, yeah. So this is the Wild Offering Oracle deck, and you can see that what's depicted on the you know, external of each of the cards is Ganesh, which is the remover of obstacles. So that's why I love this deck, because what it really brings forward is positive affirmations, prayers, or very specific thoughts or ideologies for meditation or to meditate on. It can become your mantras, things that you can write on your positive affirmation boards, or however it is that you utilize your manifesting. So hardship here, I believe, is really just about, I think it's a perceived hardship. I don't necessarily think that there's anything going on that's real intense with this energy. I just kind of feel like if you've attempted to connect with this person, yeah, the communication isn't smooth. The communication isn't smooth. It's stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Because you're stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Ooh, Cappy, that's what's happening. This person gets you right in your feels. Feeling. Nothing more than feelings. Yeah. So they kick you in your feels, and the conversation shuts down. Because you do that Cappy thing where you're like, right? Kick me in the feels, and now I don't know what to say or where to take the conversation, because when I'm in my feels, it's hard to stay positive. Oh, it's hard to stay positive? That's what just came through, right? That's what I just said. When you're in your feels, it's hard to stay positive. Cappies. Aww. All right, so let's talk about hardships. The message on the card is, may I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Okay, so clearly baffling is pretty much what's going on. It's baffling you that the communication is stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Particularly with this person, because they just seem to be such warm, flowing, feminine energy that, you know, they could probably socialize with anybody, and then entrez-vous you, and it's like, right? So you feel it. You feel the stop go with this person. But I don't think it's them stop going. I don't think that it's that. I think it's you get in your feels. You get caught up in that for a moment. So let's read the feelings. Emotions want to be felt. What? They want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. We got the surrender card over here. So trust and surrender are part of this person's makeup, okay? Here is your prayer or your meditation mantra. Sorry for the alerts. It says, allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. Ooh, didn't even read down to the bottom, but that's exactly what we were talking about. That's, yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty much what I was doing, is you get in your feels and it's like, everything shuts down, like you lock up. And you know what? You don't just lock up. You lock up and walk up. That's what you do. You lock up and then you turn back to like whatever you were doing, and it turns into kind of like an awkward moment for you. It's not awkward for this other person. Let me tell you that much. I can confirm that you are the only one experiencing the awkwardness, which is why this is a perceived hardship. Okay? I think that if you were to just stand, okay, that's why the positivity card is coming through. Here's the message. It's coming. It's flowing. Okay. So if you were to stop going into hardship thoughts and hardship mode when the communication stopped and you went into your feels, if you could just take a deep breath in that moment and think something positive about the outcome of this instead of a negative, and turning away from the conversation or the communication, and you just gave it a second and surrendered to the feelings, because your feelings aren't even represented in your own reading. And this is a person that you're talking about going to the altar with, and your feelings aren't even, like, you're so locked up in your feels and you do not want to express those feelings at all. You don't even want them to show to me in the reading, for God's sakes. Cappies. Positivity. Here's what the card says. Here's your lesson. Here's your message. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Okay? This is a very light, loving energy that this person has. Very feminine, very flowing. Okay? Divine energy. Divine feminine energy. Woo! Wow, what a powerful woman that is. Or powerful man with very feminine energy. Gosh, wow, this is a great person. No wonder you're interested in them. They are just fascinating. That energy is just fascinating. What are you grateful for? When you're talking with this person, what are you grateful for? Are you grateful they're responding to you? Are you grateful that you get a moment to chat with them for as busy as you are? Because Cappies usually are. Deep breath. What are you grateful for? So please, dear divine, dear God, dear universe, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. So this is a really hard one for you. You guys are having a hard time coming out of yourselves and allowing yourself to let these feelings show. Okay? I can guarantee you that this person is not going to exploit the fact that you express any emotion. Because, if you did express any emotion, it would be probably the energy of the Ace of Cups or the Two of Cups. And they walk around living in the 10 of Cups. That's just where they're at. That's just their energy. Okay. So let's go. Oh, is this the only card? Okay. So here's the finality, the finale, which is from the Journey Within. Okay, so this is about your personal lesson in all of this. This is what you can walk away from with this. Relationships. And look what showed up for you. The power of positivity. Capricorns. Cappy, 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 Cappy. This is your lesson for this. Depressive thoughts can impede your spiritual and material progress. Material progress. Did you hear the card? Material progress can be stunted by a lack of positivity, or by depressive thoughts, which is a lack of positivity. By recognizing that the soul is divine and that we are all beloved children of the Supreme, you will stabilize your mind in a field of positivity and awaken to your higher nature. See, now that's what I think this person is. This person, this feminine energy, is in the divine. That's what makes them so fascinating, is there's something almost occultically divine about them. They're so in touch with their divinity or their connectivity to the entire universe and their spiritual nature that they're just loving, and they exude this light and love. And it draws people into them. And I think that you're kind of looking at them in a rather materialistic way of how can you possess them, rather than how can you love them in return. Ooh, dang. Yeah. If you want a relationship and you want a partnership, this person wants love in return. I don't think that you have to love them in the same way, but emotions are going to come into play. So yeah, you've got to waken up to your feelings, and you have to emote them. And you know what's great here, Cappies? Let's say you're horrible at this. Okay, let's say you're still learning and you've never really gotten good at emoting some of your feelings. This kind of energy right here, this person right here is the best person to practice with, to start opening up, because this is the kind of person, they're not going to judge you. They really aren't. And any little bit of sentiment, they're just going to be grateful and appreciative that you're doing your best to express it. I really think intuitively they'll probably pick up on this if they're a water sign. Scorpio. Yeah, we talked about this being a Scorpio. This is an amazing energy right here, okay? Amazing energy. So, and I know Cappies, sometimes you guys really struggle with depression and depressive thoughts. I know that there's a negativity sometimes that does kind of infiltrate a lot of your thinking, particularly about yourself. You're really, really, really hard on yourselves. And maybe, just maybe this one time, you can try to view yourself through the eyes of this other person and realize that just because you're viewing yourself with the eyes of difficulty doesn't mean that that this person views you that way. You can put yourself out there with this person a bit. And you can trust that if you do, it will be recognized for the true, simple nature that it's difficult for you to do, but you're trying. That will matter to this person, that it's difficult for you to do, but you're trying, and you're trying to do it anyway. This person will recognize that, and that will actually be an attraction to you. They will be attracted to you for that. So if you want to build that connection, the foundation isn't in working overtime and putting a little nest egg away, okay, and doing things covertly, building a foundation. I feel like that connection is going to come from you trying something that's hard for you and connecting with them anyway. I hope this resonated with you guys. I hope you were able to gain something out of this. I hope that the advice from these cards really, if it influences your direction and your decisions, great. I really hope that it does make a difference for you in your situation. Click like, subscribe, check on the notifications because I'll be uploading new videos for the different signs throughout the week and months. If I didn't say it before, this is the reading for March. At the very end of the video. If you didn't know, this is intended to be the reading for March, although time is pretty fluid when it comes to the intuition that I pick up on. I feel like this is a situation that's happening for you guys right now, and it came through as a message for now. So I don't know. I don't think that will be for March, although it was intended to be, but we didn't state it, right? So we're going to accept it for what it is, going with the flowing. Okay. So, oh well, it's happening now. That's what it is. Good luck with that, Caps. At some point here, I'm going to have personal readings available to elaborate on any of this if you wanted to, you know, get more information, get a personal reading. This is a good example of what a personal reading will entail, and personal readings will actually have more specific advice because I'll be able to interact with you, and you can ask specific questions and I'll channel through the divine. Yep. Light and love to all of you guys. See you soon. Bye. Thanks.